What goes on, guys? We're back here again with another review, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Bumblebee Hasbro R.E.D Robot Enhanced Design R.E.D, is like most people like to call it if you're normal, Bumblebee. So I've never owned a R.E.D figure before. I don't care if Transformers transform. I know that's a hot take, and I know a lot of people like their Transformers to transform, and I totally get the appeal. But for me, I'm never going to have them in truck or car mode, ever. I'm always going to have them in their robot mode. So I don't really care about truck mode at all, to be completely honest with you. Like, alt mode, I don't care. So I've never gotten a figure of this before because I didn't like the way the Optimus looked. I have the Earthrise Siege Optimus, I believe. I don't know. I get really confused. So I'll bring him in for comparison. I know they're not in scale at all. Bumblebee's supposed to be like this big compared to Optimus. So that's already kind of a bummer, but to be honest with you, I don't really care. This is all I want out of a Bumblebee. I just want a Bumblebee on the shelf. So taking a look at the packaging, I like the minimal use of plastics here. The R.E.D Transformers, I love that art of Bumblebee. That looks awesome. On the side there, you get like the shattered glass kind of thing. I don't know if that is shattered glass, but you get Bumblebee like renders of the figure here. A bunch of different product shots. I like that. No, like, you can't see the other figures, which kind of sucks. I love this, like putting the accessories on the side, so that's really cool. On the bottom here, you can see the barcode if you guys need that. No light coming through the top. I guess they get all their light through the side. It just says Transformers at the top. But yeah, never handled one of these before, so let's go ahead and take a closer look. So taking old Bumblebee out of the package here, this is interesting. It's a fun figure, believe it or not. There's a couple weird things about it, but I think overall it's a really cool figure to have. I don't think I'll ever be getting any other R.E.D line series figures, whatever you want to call it. I don't think I'll ever be getting any more of them. This will probably be the only one I get. If I see Soundwave, maybe. But I kind of want the Earthrise Soundwave, but he goes for a little bit of money, and I don't want to pay that. So maybe we'll see. I would like Megatron's right-hand man, which is Soundwave, and I would like Optimus's right-hand man, which is Bumblebee. So that's really the only reason why I got this. I'm not the biggest Transformers fan out there, so I'm not even going to act like I am. But this is cool. I saw it, and I told myself when it was revealed that if I saw it in store, I would get it. But, you know, let's go ahead and take a closer look. So this is very G1 inspired, like the first generation, at least in my eyes, with the horns on Bumblebee, and I really, really like that. The head is painted very nicely, very sharp, crisp lines. There's not much paint on this guy, but the paint that's there has worked very well. That tampo on the Autobot logo is so clean. Like, I really can't stress enough how clean that printing is. Same with like all the scuffs along the arms and things like that. That's pretty awesome. There's some things there, like the metal. The chest piece does come off, and it shows like the inner workings of Bumblebee. This piece is hollow, but then in here, you know, you get like punches of silver and black around the edge. So I guess that's cool. Not the biggest detail needed. And when you have that off, the crunch is crazy on that. That's freaking wild. But I'll show you the articulation with it on when we go through articulation itself. On the back, you get this tire that does come off. I'm not really sure what you would need that for, but just in case if you do. The hands are just solid black going down here. You get the pelvis, which there's no paint there except for some punches of black on the side. The legs are all just black, and then the feet have some of the silver printing on there, which is really cool. Inner workings on the inside, there is like a gunmetal gray on the inside of the feet, so they're not just hollow cavities, which is cool. And then on the bottom, you do get the peg holes, but they're kind of hollow on the inside, which is a little strange. You do get a little bit of gunmetal gray on the back of the legs, which is pretty cool. They didn't really have to do that, but I'm happy that they did. Like, so this figure, like, from some points of view, it looks a little cheap, but then from other aspects, I think it's implemented really well, especially when we get to the articulation, which I'll show in a second. The other thing that I want to mention is it's really like gummy. Like the joints are very, I don't know, squishy, like bendable, and I don't know, it's a little off-putting, but not terrible. But one thing that this Bumblebee is not light in is accessories. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at those. So taking a look at Bumblebee's accessories, starting off, we get a blue or a pink box. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not entirely sure what this is. Pink Cosmic Cube, female Cosmic Cube, female Tesseract. I have no idea. So if you know what this is, please let me know. I'm not the hugest Transformers fan. I just like the main characters. So please let me know what that is. It's done well. No paint or anything. Just molded in translucent pink that if you shine a light through, which I always like to do, you can kind of see through it. It's hollow, so that's pretty cool. I just am not super familiar with what that is. It comes with 2 fist hands, which is awesome. I like that. I love fist hands on my action figures, so that looks really cool. And then he gets a gun that looks really cheap. Really, really cheap. No paint, nothing, but he holds it well. And then when he's holding it, you do have the option for 2 blast effects. You get a short, stumpier blast effect that just plugs into the end there. That looks really cool. I'll probably have them with that. But if you don't like that one, you do get a longer, thinner one. So like if the bullet or the blast is a little bit further out, that also looks really cool. They're made from bright, translucent plastic. So I like that. I do like that. So that's cool. So yeah, great accessories on this guy. I mean, I can't think of anything else that he should have came with. And for a figure like this, I think accessories really can go a long, long way. So I'm happy to say that they really delivered on the accessories for this guy. But let's go ahead and take a look at Bumblebee's articulation. So taking a look at Bumblebee's articulation, the head really does not do much at all other than swivel. Swivel's fine, but like pivot and up and down is really not accessible at all with this guy, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but everything else is pretty good. So the shoulders are going to move outwards all the way up, all the way down, rotate 360, get a butterfly joint in there that allows the arm to move forward and back that much. So that's pretty crazy. Bicep swivel, amazing double jointed elbows that are not ugly at all, but go all the way up, so that's kind of cool. And then you get vertical hinges on both the fist hand and the open hand. I kind of wish the fist hand had a horizontal hinge, which I can't believe I'm saying that, because usually I'm saying that they should have that, the vertical hinge, but whatever, it's not that big a deal. Crunches forward that much with the plate on it, and then back not so far at all. You do get a waist swivel in there. Hips will move outwards, almost full splits. They move down all the way. He'll kick forward pretty much all the way. Back he goes all the way too, because he doesn't have a butt. You do get a thigh swivel in there, which I feel like should have been implemented a little bit better. Maybe like a peg and then swivel around it, similar to what NECA does, but whatever. Great double jointed knees that look pretty good, unless if you look at them from head on. Then the ankle moves down, up, not so much. Amazing pivot. I mean, that's pretty much flat. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, I think that's pretty good for the articulation on this guy. He's really easy to stand because of his big feet, but even without them, I feel like with this articulation, he'd be able to get in pretty good poses. So I'm really, really happy with this articulation scheme. So I know you're asking yourself, what do you think of this figure, Ant? And I gotta say, it's pretty cool. For a line that I've never dealt with before, and for a figure of a character that I've never owned in the past, I'm pretty happy with it. I think everything is well and done. The articulation, aside from the head, is pretty much perfect. The accessories, he comes with a whole bunch, which is always a cool thing for me. I really love when figures come with a whole bunch of accessories. He looks good, maybe a little bit cheap. The squishy thing's a little weird, but I mean, overall, for a $20 action figure, I think this works really well. And of course, you know, the elephant in the room, this doesn't transform. Ooh, whatever. For me, I don't care. I think this works really nice. As a non-transforming Bumblebee, I would give this figure maybe an 8 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. I think the head is kind of weak, and I think more paint. If anything, more paint. There's not much on there, and I don't like that it's not very even with the silvers. So that's just my final thoughts on this guy, but I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. Do you guys like non-transforming Transformers? Because I know a lot of people do not at all, and this line gets a lot of hate for it. But you know, if it's not for you, check it out on the shelf, realize it's not for you, and then just put it back down and leave it alone. It's always out there for somebody else. But with that, I think that's all I got for today. If you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to get to 100 followers by the end of the year, which you are all probably tired of hearing now. So get me there. Get me to 100. But I think that's all I got for today. So I will see you guys in the next review. Peace out.